Morning YouTube, this is Dave with Lost Farms Homestead. We're at the house in town right now. Due to some circumstances that, we were not able to get up to the property this weekend. So we decided that we would clean this up back here. Got this nice and clean. Yep, I'm digging it. This is very nice back here. So some of the homesteaders on YouTube have done videos before that are kind of like meet us type of videos where they answer a bunch of questions and whatever like that, and those are pretty cool, and we thought that we might do one of those for you guys, just so that you can understand our circumstances and what we're trying to do. So yeah, we're about to get set up and do this right now, so stay tuned and we'll show you what we're doing. Thanks. Alright, so Dave and Hope, Lost Farms Homestead. We're out here in the backyard at the house in town.
Planes.
Sorry, ignore the plane.
Plane, the neighbor, the train, the chicken, the turkey, the cat, the kid.
It's quieter out here than it is inside, believe it or not. So, anyways, so we have some questions that we figured we would go through and answer some questions and kind of give you guys a idea of what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Q&A.
Right.
Meet your homesteader.
Right. So let's get it started. So number one, what got us into homesteading?
My dream job has always been a farmer. That kind of goes right into that.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's a lot of it. For me, as far as the job goes, I'm very much tired of sitting behind a desk, and I'd rather do some active work. And running a shovel seems like a lot of good fun for me. Building animal shelters, other things. So
knowing what's in our food.
Yeah, that.
Knowing what honestly, I'm feeding my kids, my grandkids.
That really is one of the main things, because when we first got together, we were at a point where both of us were kind of pretty much still eating processed foods and whatever, and it was mostly because at the time that's what we could afford and it was convenient. But as we progressed together in our lives, we noticed and found that we could purchase
seeds a whole lot cheaper.
Seeds and raw foods, bulk foods, and actually make it ourselves a lot less expensive and a lot more healthy. And so we started doing that a long time ago. We were into making our own breads, making our own pastas.
Still do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not as much anymore, but that's because of other circumstances. But we do try as much as we can to make our own breads and our own pastas and our own sauces and things like that. And we try to do it with things from the garden. We have our peppers and tomatoes and whatever else back here. And we try to use all of our own stuff for the most part. In this small area that we have back here, we don't have enough space to grow enough to actually not have to buy stuff. But that's why we have the property up north.
The property we do, and the garden at the property is about 7,000 square feet.
It's going to be that, yes. And we're still working on getting that put in, but we'll do a video on that whenever we get to the garden portion of it. So, but we're not there just yet. But yeah, so that's really what got us into it. Mostly that, and then the other thing was the whole idea of being independent of the grid. And
it was also Gabe.
Yeah, well, and Gabriel had a lot to do with it as well. Our son Gabriel.
Not knowing what went into his system hurt him. So if I knew what was going into his system, he was much healthier.
Right. So, and a big portion of it being independent of the grid and of the grocery stores and of pretty much everything. I mean, the whole idea for us is to be in a place where we can provide for ourselves without ever really having to deal with.
Just because it's FDA approved doesn't mean it's good for you.
There's that. So, anyways, so
Question 2.
So yeah, so that's what got us into the idea of homesteading. What is something you would like to add to the homestead in the coming year, 2022?
Garden beds. More
Garden
than
beds.
the 5 I have here.
Yeah, garden beds, hoop house. Yeah,
Less mosquitoes.
yeah.
The one
Mosquitoes are
currently
bad this
biting
year.
you.
Huh. Where is he?
There.
Sorry. Yeah, for me, I'd like to add the house. It's kind of a big deal. So yeah, we're currently working on the house right now. Right now we're at the point where we're about to try and install the septic. We just need to get the materials together.
It is October and I'm sweating.
I know, it's way too hot here.
Another reason. The other property has 4 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very hot here where we're at. It should not be 85 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, it's a little
At
bit
the end of
too-
October.
Yeah, at the end of October, right? So, yeah, but we're trying to get us up there and away from all of this because it's way too hot. So, I'm pretty sure that's what happened to the tomatoes. Ah, neighbor's dog. Shush!
Neighbor's dog, neighbor's children. That I'm allergic to the sun and I live in Arizona.
And that. Anyway, so yeah, I'd like to get the house in.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, get some garden beds in, maybe a hoop house. Would be nice. So there's that. Okay, so what is the most difficult lesson you've had to learn so far while homesteading?
Patience.
Yeah, patience is a big deal. It's very difficult.
I want it now. And sadly, I'm the most patient person, but not when it comes to this.
Right. So, just to clarify, where our answers are coming from and why we're saying things between 2 separate places, it's because we have the house here in town that we live at and work out of all week during the week, and then on the weekends we drive up to the property.
Which is a 4.5-hour drive.
Yeah, it's about 250 miles. It's quite a trek to get up there, and
Well, up the White Mountains.
yeah, and as such, it leaves us very little time to really do any work. So we're actually probably getting in like maybe 1 day of work a week. It's very difficult to make good progress in those circumstances. It just takes a long time and it's tedious work. And
My income pays for the build, so sometimes I don't go up on the weekends because I need to work.
right, so. Yeah, so my income pays the bills and maintains this place here, and then whatever her income, that pays for the extras for the gas and the food, and because we have to pay
Materials and-
materials. Yeah, it's we have to fill the tank all the way in order to get up there and back, and then sometimes we have to take 2 vehicles if we're bringing more than a few people, and then there's all the food and everything to, because you got to eat while we're up there. Water's a big deal. So
It's cheap up there, which helps a lot.
yeah, that does help. But so there's all of that, and mostly the main thing is that we drive 4.5-5 hours to get up there, and by the time we're up there, we have very little time to get any work done before we have to pack it up and come back. So
What, 12 to 18-hour day, and then that's all we get a week. So
yeah, if we drive up on Friday, that's what we get. If we drive up on Saturday, we get there around noon, and then we just have until dark, and then we usually
till
will
7, so it's still it's
Yeah.
not even a full work day that way.
and then we'll usually camp out and then drive home in the morning. So that's if we go up on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's driving down that mountain when you're tired. It's not safe. Done it on
Especially-
occasion.
Yeah, especially coming into winter, it's going to be snowing up there.
Yeah.
We're not going to want to be driving that in the snow, in the dark. That'll be kind of not nice. Right?
Totally make a horror movie out of it.
Anyways, so the most difficult lesson, patience. one of the most difficult lessons that I've learned is the price of materials.
Well, especially with
Yeah, all
everything
of
went
that.
up.
Yeah, that, and then also,
I'm very good at going to the secondhand shops though and finding excellent deals on materials.
yeah, we have been finding some good deals
The
in
Arcadia doors from a couple weeks ago.
yeah, that was really good. Yeah, all the glass that we got for the sandbag house, earth bag house. So I've also learned some lessons in building that earth bag house. Some
Measure more often.
well, it's not really so much that. It's more about squaring it up and keeping it square. Those,
Yeah.
those
Well, keep
window
measuring and keep it square.
window openings. I think we needed more bracing, maybe more better.
It was the learning house.
Yeah, yeah. That house that we're working on right now, that's an experimental house. We're just doing that to work out all the kinks, so that when we build the house actual,
And when our friends come over in the future, they have a place to stay.
yeah, that too.
So we just won't tell them it's the experimental house then.
Yeah. Well, right now the plan is that house, what that's going to be is it's going to be a place where we can shower and get clean when we're working
A
up
nicer
there.
place to stay while we build the house.
Yeah, and
Because the trailer, the kids nicknamed it the shed for a reason.
Yeah, it's kind of
Sheddy.
shacky, shady.
Sheddy. Totally sheddy, man.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we can't keep the rodents out of it, so yeah, every week it's a fight with the rodents. They take over while we're gone, and then we come back and have to clear them all out. So.
Once they're in, they're in. So
Yeah, there's that. Anyways, so yeah, the price of materials, and then some construction lessons. I mean, I used to do framing construction and remodel stuff a long time ago, and it's been a long time since I've done any of that kind of work. I've done little projects, but nothing large like that. So remembering my square and plumb is a bit of a I get excited and get ahead of myself, and I forget things, and then I look back and go, oh, I should have done that. It's a little late now. So. But anyways, watch the videos, you'll see. So, all
he
right.
also has a habit of hurting himself.
Yes, that too. I bleed usually every video. I'm not going to bleed on this video.
Not
actually.
yet.
No, unless you count the mosquito bite.
That guy's, he's really going after your foot,
I
too.
know. What's up with that?
I'm impressed. As long as it's not me, I'm sorry. I will sacrifice you to the mosquitoes.
Give me. All right. What is your favorite chore on the homestead?
I like early morning watering.
Yeah.
I get up, I let the chickens out, I grab the eggs, I water every morning with a cup of coffee or tea. It's a mood thing.
Yeah. So,
I have bananas in the desert, so I'm pretty proud of that.
so to clarify, this is urban homesteading that we're doing here in the city right now, in our backyard as much as is possible in the city. But we do have chickens and turkeys, and we have gardens and plants and all of that. So
Our
that's
backyard doesn't look like it's in the desert.
right. That's the reference of watering in the morning on the homestead. So just to be clear, we're not talking about the homestead up north yet. So we'll be doing
Although that'd
that.
be fun too.
Yeah, we'll be doing that as soon as possible. So once we get the house built, we'll be up there.
Turkeys.
Yeah, we'll be up there full time, and then it'll be working that homestead rather than this one. So that's the idea. That's the point. So, for me, I mean, I don't really do a whole lot of chores. I mean, I guess I bury the poo bucket up there, but I wouldn't call it a favorite.
Yeah, about that whole not doing chore thing.
What? I work. I don't have, what? Not a conversation for now. Jeez. I expect to be feeding animals and doing the perimeter patrol, and I mean, I will have chores, Right now it's just I work and I build, and I don't have a lot of time for that kind of stuff right now. So I do take the trash out.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So, next question.
Yeah, there's buses here. Right on.
No, okay. What is your favorite thing to grow on the homestead?
Everything. Especially if you tell me I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have expected you to say bananas,
I do have bananas.
right?
They told me I couldn't grow them. You want to bet?
I like tomatoes, but my tomatoes aren't growing. I think it was too hot, and we
It
trimmed
was
them
like
back.
122 this summer or something.
Something like that, ridiculous. But we trimmed them back, but we got some growing here.
I fed them to the chickens, and apparently they just decided they weren't done growing, so they came back.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we're gonna try and let these grow and see if we can get them to produce some.
My poblano has done great for the past 3 years. It's the same bush I planted 2 years ago. It just never stopped producing, so I just let it keep going. Granted, my poblanos are this big, but
Yeah, little poblanos, but they're good. But yeah, hoping to see if we can get some tomatoes to fruit on the. Maybe when it's cooler, they'll do better. I'm hoping. So, and herbs. I like the herbs. We have a lot of herbs too.
yeah.
Those. It's very nice to be able to walk out your back door, trim some herbs off, and throw them in your food. Makes a
We have a whole
big
thing of them.
difference. Yeah, I got some
I
clips
trimmed
of
up the basil a lot, mostly because the chickens like to eat it, and it makes their eggs taste good. So,
Well, it was getting a little woody there too. We had it pretty.
we could pretty much throw it in the fire and keep warm at this point.
Some of the stalks are like.
A couple inches around.
Yeah.
That one main one right there.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty big, huh? Yeah, finger sized. It's pretty big.
That's what she said.
I have to cut that out.
Why? It's reality.
All right. What do you love most about the homesteading community?
The exchange of knowledge.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I can find the answer. Not in a book, or I could, comment on a YouTuber's post, and they automatically. Usually, by the time I come back to my screen, it's answered by someone, if not them.
Yeah, that's always good. I like that everyone's got everyone's back. I mean, we're not really thickly involved in any of that, but like there's a lot of people online and in the YouTubers homesteading community who, when somebody needs something, they are there for them. It's everyone backs everyone up. It's a
Small town kind of feel.
yeah, like that. So I like that. That's good. So, what is your favorite meal to make?
I have to like it.
I don't know if you have to. It doesn't say what's your favorite meal. It says what's your favorite meal to make.
I really like a slow soup. Just put it on in the morning and just slowly add throughout the day, and the evening comes and fill up a mug and happy.
Yeah, make some home bread, throw it on the side.
Yeah. And if the home bread lasts that long, I have a tendency to make home bread and then everyone eats it. Usually before I get to it. Or I make jelly and then all my friends eat it. Or ask me for it and they show up with empty jars like 3 days later. I make really good preserves.
Yeah, preserves are yummy too.
October sweat.
Yeah, I like to make the salmon on the grill with the Alfredo sauce and the lemon and red onion. It's very delicious. Throw that on the side of some garlic potato mash. It's delicious.
That one and your the chicken one.
Yeah,
The one the kids ask for.
yeah, the stuffed chicken.
The chicken with the peppers and the white sauce and
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's the Los Ganchos.
yeah. Our adult children request it.
Yeah, that's potato mash, garlic potato mash with like
Jalapeno
fajita
white
style.
sauce.
Yeah, pretty much fajita style chicken and peppers and onions, and then it's got a jalapeno white sauce that goes over it. That's pretty delicious.
Yes. They fight over it.
I like that one too. That one's yummy. All right. What is your favorite holiday?
Winter solstice.
Winter solstice.
Fall solstice. Spring solstice.
The solstices.
That's all.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
What's your favorite color? October.
Yeah, October.
What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday.
The feasts.
Yeah, I would go with the
Technically holidays,
feasts.
aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. Feast of Trumpets. It's always a fun one. Need to get a shofar so we can participate properly.
Make a feast. Invite our village.
Yes.
We believe in more than family. We believe in village.
Yes.
Because family isn't always blood.
Absolutely.
Family's love.
Yes. Okay. Is your homestead where you intend to settle permanently, or are you looking to create a new one elsewhere?
Well, it's kind of a yes to both. We're creating a new one elsewhere that is our permanent. At the same time, we just happen to live here because we work here.
Yeah. We're in a transitional phase right now, trying to get away from large population density, away from city, away from noise, chaos, air conditioning.
Yeah, that is a very noisy air conditioner.
That is. I can hear it all the way over here. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
Why? This is background noise.
So,
Although it is doing a number to my grapes.
yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that too.
Grapes are another fun one to grow. Because they just take over. At least mine do. Kind of like my mint. It has to be in a pot. Don't put mint on the ground. You'll
Yet.
have mint fields.
Yet. I'm okay with the mint field. We'll do
And they
that
still
later.
smell great when you, yeah, totally claiming it, you on this one, mow the lawn in the courtyard. I
That'd be
have
fun.
plans for a courtyard that's green.
I like green, for plants. I wouldn't put it on a car or a t-shirt, but I like it for plants.
Who'd have thunk it? Plants are green.
Right? Okay, at least they should be. Right. Who are some of the homesteaders that you follow and enjoy learning from?
Hollards.
Callers.
Justin Rhodes. Lemna Acres. Bear.
Yeah, they're independent. He's got a survival dispatch, and then there's another one that he does that's mostly
We'll make sure to list
almost
them
all.
below so you guys can check them out.
Yeah, we'll put a list down below.
Let me look, because I suck at names. I know what you drink, but I don't know what your name is.
Bartender.
Aussie Backyard. Art and Bree. This is the extent of my whistling capabilities. Edge of Nowhere Farms, I like checking out their trees, mostly. Just their trees.
Just the trees.
Green Dream Project,
Oh,
Good
yeah.
Simple Living,
Mhm.
Gridlessness,
Yes. Like gridlessness. They're the ones
Happy
that
Off
last,
Grid.
right?
Gridlessness is in Canada.
Canada. Sure.
Gridlessness is in Canada. Good Simple Living is in Alaska,
Right.
which we cannot follow their growing seasons, but yeah, Australia we can. Gilbrook. Well, I liked Gilbrook when they were
Off grid.
off grid.
Kind of went back on the grid and went a little crazy with their house.
It's beautiful, but it's just
It's good for construction and stuff. They're
Homestead.
not really
Homestead economics.
Homesteadonomics.
I
That
can
guy.
read, I promise.
That guy, he's in Tucson. He's near Tucson. He's semi close to us, and that really kind of applies to a lot of what we're doing because of the heat.
Happy Off Grid, they're fun.
Yeah.
They went from Colorado, I think, to Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah. We watch a lot of
There's a few of them.
So, but that's
Life
a
and
lot of the
Contained,
ones that we like.
Living Traditions.
Yeah, if we missed you, we'll list you in the comments.
Melissa
so.
Knowles. All right, Roots and Refuge.
Roots and Refuge, yeah, those guys are very cool. All right, so yeah, if we missed you,
Self-Sufficient Me in Australia.
yep, that guy's very cool.
I can't forget
too.
him. I like him.
Right, so yeah, if we missed you, we'll put you in the comments. So, all right.
Show notes.
Yeah, show notes.
Show notes.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Are you completely off grid, or do you have modern conveniences?
Modern conveniences at this house, completely off grid at the property.
Yes, we will have.
Both. Here we have modern conveniences, but at the property we are completely off grid with, we'll have solar and water collection.
Yep.
If we have to pay for water, it's a penny a gallon.
Right.
I don't think it's drinkable, but the plants would be fine.
Yeah,
If we absolutely had to.
yeah, I'm thinking we're probably gonna haul water for the plants, and then we'll do water collection for the house, and then run that through a filter from cisterns.
Right.
We'll be doing convection heating and cooling through cooling tubes through the earth behind the house.
Oh.
So,
Sorry, I got distracted. Grandkid at the door.
so, but yeah, 100% off grid with some conveniences, but it'll be
Well,
still
it's a
off grid.
convenience, but it's an off grid version of the convenience.
Right, and for the time being, we have 0 conveniences. We literally poop in a bucket and bury it. So
It's really not that bad. It sounds gross. It's really not that bad.
we got it set up where it's not so bad. It's we have the never mind.
Thank you.
It's set up, so it's not bad. But but yeah, no conveniences right now. Everything is out of a cooler and open
It's
fire
the
and
definition of roughing it.
yeah. We do have a Coleman stove that we use for heating water, and that's really all we use it for, is to heat water. Everything else is on the open fire. We have a grill. I have a really nice grill. I just haven't put it in the ground yet.
It's up there,
Yeah,
which means we can't use it here, but it's not put together there.
right. Well, we had intended to put it together up there and use it for cooking up there, and then we just ended up in the middle of a bunch of other stuff, and it just hasn't been done yet. But
It will
as
be.
soon as we finish the house that we're working on, we're gonna do an outdoor kitchen next, and then the grill will get put up out there.
Outdoor kitchen, septic, house. It's all.
Yeah, it's all.
It's like a
clumped in
step in this
together.
direction, a step in that direction, but it's still moving forward.
Right. Well, the point being that when there's a point that we can't do anything on the house, that's when, on the main house, that's when we're building on the kitchen, so that we have that convenience while we're out there.
That, and it's just nicer to cook outside when it's nice outside.
Yes.
Let's not overheat the house if we don't have to.
Right. And then the other thing is that we plan to be harvesting a lot of fruits and vegetables and animals if we have to harvest animals. And the outdoor kitchen is a place where we can do all of our canning and preserving and processing and everything without doing
keep
it
the house
inside the
clean.
main house. So that's kind of the idea behind that.
Keep all the guts outside.
Right.
I like that idea.
And also it gives us a place outdoors where we can, cook and eat when we're still building on the house. So that's kind of the idea there. So, all right. Okay. Do you have a garden? If so, is it raised or in ground?
I prefer raised.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just structure.
Yeah. Right now we have
5 and they're raised.
5 raised beds here.
It keeps the chickens out, honestly.
Yeah, well,
and the dog. Okay, the fence is to keep the dogs out because apparently they have to jump into the garden to pee on something.
Yeah. And
Besides the tree that's
Whatever
actually
else.
right behind the camera.
right. So, but once we get out to the property, we're going to be doing a lot of raised beds in the garden area, but we're also going to do some in-ground stuff. I'm going to put up a couple
Market
of hoop
garden
houses.
style
Yeah,
for like the farmers markets and for the excess and
right,
everything for someone else. But the raised beds is for the main garden for the house.
right.
Gabe liked it.
Like that, and I want to do a
He
lot
could have
of
watered.
yeah, and I want to do a lot of field stuff. We have some wheat and sorghum and some other stuff like that we're going to want to put out, like field crops. So some of that stuff, corn.
Well, we have one corn now, but it's only because I told my grandson that if he kept the popcorn kernels for me, that I would grow him popcorn.
It's
So
doing
I
okay.
can't lie, I had to plant the corn.
A corn.
Okay, I planted more, but a corn is what I got. Now he just throws his kernels in there after
It's
he
the
eats
heat.
popcorn.
It's too hot. Ugh, get away from all of this.
Hence, we're under shade.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually very bright and nasty out right now. We're under the shade because it's just way too hot. But
And the sun does weird things to me, like makes me sick.
yeah, yeah. Okay, do you homeschool?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
That's a good and bad. She gets bored, but she's way ahead of where she should be, or where she would have been in public school.
Yeah.
She has a way of getting lost in the shuffle, and she's extremely intelligent, but if she got lost in the shuffle, she'd be bored in the background. This helps her out a lot.
Yeah. So that, and we have PE classes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have her in archery.
Archery, she wants to do soccer
Mm-hmm.
when the season comes. Plus, this way she can also do 4-H,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes her time, and it's easier for her to learn that way.
That, and we'll be doing Kenpo in the afternoons.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. So self-defense is very important, especially for young girls.
For anybody.
Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, so we do homeschool. Yep. It also has a Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. Important.
It's homeschool and private school all rolled into one.
Yes. So, yep. Important stuff. All right. How many animals do you have? So this is a loaded question because currently we have
11.
what we're able to have here, which actually we're probably shouldn't
Oh,
have.
we have a few that we're not supposed to have, but we have 11 in total. So
Not
2 dogs.
not counting the children.
If we count the children,
Yeah, too many. Is that 15?
17.
16?
We
Yeah.
count children. Well, I kind of want to count grandkids.
In the house.
Oh,
Yeah, in the house.
17.
So yeah, we have 2 dogs.
2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 turkeys, 5 chickens.
Yeah, and that's just here right now. So, but we plan when we move up to the property full time. We plan to have many more chickens.
The turkeys were not intentional. I kind of started off as babysitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Or turkey sitting?
Turkey
Can you
sitting,
turkey sit?
I don't know. Possibly.
Well, they're here now.
So yeah, we plan to get goats. I'm thinking probably like 5 or 6 goats, a small herd of sheep. I almost said small herd of heap.
A shirt of heap.
Yeah.
Do they make noise?
a
This
small-
shirt of heap? Do they poop? This shirt of heap.
Wonder what they would sound like. Hey, all right, you guys.
So chickens are picking on the turkeys, which is really weird because the turkeys are a lot bigger than them.
You think it'd be the other way around?
And the turkeys are younger.
All right. So, anyways,
And sorry, flies.
so yeah, we plan to get goats and sheep, maybe some rabbit. I'm thinking maybe we'll
Because
get a
goat's cheese is just wonderful.
yeah. We don't do cow milk at all. Cow's
Apparently, I
milk is
have
horrible.
issues. I am allergic.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cow. Seriously?
I'm not a goat either.
Closer to a goat than I am a cow.
Yeah.
I'm just a little.
Okay. Oh, oddly, here we go. Do you
Oh,
prefer?
It's artist.
I see. See, and
Grandson drawing.
this is what happens when you write things down and leave it sitting for longer than about 10 minutes in one place.
You left a pencil.
Yeah,
To his credit, he only used what he had available. It's beautiful now.
Okay. Oddly, the next question: do you prefer cow's milk or goat's milk?
Goat's milk.
Yes,
But I've
absolutely.
always only been on goat's milk. I was allergic to it as a baby.
allergic to cow's milk as a baby.
I was allergic to cow's milk, mother's milk, powdered baby formula, so they had to use goat's milk.
Yep. So, and goat cheese is delicious. So, and we have a lady who's gonna teach us how to do goat cheese
Yes.
and all of that. So we're just waiting
Very much
for.
look forward to it.
Yeah, we're just waiting for a few other things to get in line, and then that's gonna be a thing. So that'll be great.
Like my friend to introduce me and come back into the country.
Yeah, he's out of the country right now, so. But all right, does your homestead make money, and if so, how?
Not as of yet. It will via farmers market, but as of this moment, no.
So the plan is, once we're up there full time, we're looking at market garden, possibly goat's milk products, maybe soap, possibly as a thing. Honey, we're looking at doing bees on one corner of the property, possibly. So we may have honey products, and I believe honey works into the soap thing as well.
It can, I think.
Yeah, and preserves, maybe, preserved goods.
Well, I have access to a certified kitchen, so we can do all that legally.
Right. So,
Or
and
according to the guidelines, or however they put it.
guidelines, right? Yep. So the plan is to make money. We're just not at that point
The plan
yet.
is to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
And sometimes you make money in the process, but none of this will be work at that point. It'll just be life,
Yes.
which you're not born to work. You're born to live. So,
Yes. Agreed. All right. And the last question: what advice would you give to new homesteaders?
start yesterday.
Yeah. For sure.
Kind of like
this-
planting a tree that you should have done 10 years ago. Do it right now.
Yeah. Best time to plant a tree.
If you have
10 years ago.
a pot, put a plant in it.
Yeah.
Edible plants work well, but just do something.
Yeah, do it quickly, because prices of everything is going up. And the other thing is if you're considering but you're not sure, just do it. Don't
Try.
worry about the yeah.
The only
just
way
do
you'll
it.
fail is to not do it.
Absolutely. And I mean, a lot of times I'm at a point where I'm just like, you know what, let's just sell everything and go, and just drop the whole thing and sell it all and go. And the only reason that we don't do that is because we don't have a place currently to stay up there, and it's coming on a winter. So I'm not trying to winter up there in
snows.
tents. Yeah,
It would be intense.
it would be intense. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. That's funny. So yeah, no, the advice I would give is just do it. Yeah.
Stock up on coffee.
Yeah, lots of coffee. Get a tree if you can.
I do have a tree.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Get one. Grow it. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the end of the questions. And
If you have any more, put them in the comments. We'll gladly answer them one way or another.
yeah, if we can get a group of them together, six or 8 or 10 questions.
Granted, I might make up the answer, but I'll answer. It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can get together, 8 or 10 questions, we'll
Or
do
one.
another one.
One, a thought,
Yeah, one question, we'll answer it in the comments. So.
a passing concern.
So, anyways, that's us. So, we got some other stuff we got to take care of, so we're gonna get on it and
Fill my cup.
yeah, more coffee.
And I have to work.
Yeah, sadly. So, but thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next week.
See y'all.